Glad to be back here again. Welcome. Thanks for joining us on Farmer's Diary. I'm your host, Iwe Sekunde. Here we devote our time and resources to bring to you discussions on how we can increase food production, increase jobs, as well as improve on food security and livelihood through agriculture. Over the past 3 decades, Nigerian government had initiated a number of policies and programs aimed at restoring agricultural sector to its pride of place in the economy. However, these efforts at promoting investment and export diversification in the agricultural sector have not yielded appreciable dividends. Enormous investment and export diversification potentials for generating higher growth in the economy have remained unlocked and unexploited in the agriculture sector due to a host of constraining factors that must be removed. For instance, research has revealed that the smallholder farmer, who are the main producers of 98% of food consumed in Nigeria, more than 80% of farmers in Nigeria who are smallholder farmers. Remember, agriculture is a major contributor to the Nigeria's gross domestic product (GDP), and the smallholder farmer, who plays a dominant role in this contribution, as highlighted above, continue to work under difficulties. In fact, a small-scale farmer depends on his efficiency in the utilization of basic production resources available to him to ensure we continue to have food on our tables. This week on Farmer's Diary, let's listen to the plight of the Nigerian smallholder farmers with the aim of drawing attention of the duty bearers in order to change the narratives. You may be wondering who a smallholder farmer is. A smallholder farmer, as defined by experts, are those marginal and sub-marginal farm households that own or cultivate less than 2 hectares of land. By international standards, a farm that is less than 10 hectares is classified as a small-scale farm. So, let's hear from the farmers which group they fall into and what are their challenges.
I had about 3 to 5 hectares. As a farmer, the money is too high for a small-scale farmer.
As a smallholder farmer, the challenges are different. The challenges that I have this year in aspect of corn is pests. You plant the corn, you fertilize, you do everything, and then the pest will just vanish it. Then in cassava, we are encountered cow rearer, that is the herdsmen. They are walking around all the farm, destroying our crops there. So we equally have a challenge of this weather, climate change. You know, the time that rain is supposed to fall is not the time it fall. But now, even if that the rain is falling now, it affected our crops like rice. The way that it fall, it didn't stimulate well in the ground. You just shallow, the water will go, then the soil will dry. So it's a very big challenge to us.
Fertilizer is my problem. Weeding out this in the farm, because if you say you weed with the hoe now, the farm is big. We use chemicals for weeding it. So the money to buy the chemicals now is the problem.
Have a lot of challenges. For example, the first one is access to land and lack of improved seeds, lack of information about our crops. Time to plant is another challenge, because in a rural area where I'm staying, there is no network, nowhere to find information, because we don't have extension service workers there. So for that reason, we have a lot of challenges through our crops.
We have challenge. One, we didn't have enough land to farm, and secondly, we didn't have enough money to buy fertilizer so that we can pour it on the farm. and we didn't have money to do some other things.
As a farmer, there are so many challenges, especially those in the rural areas. There are no good roads to encourage farmers to enter into farming. And government promised, our president asked us to go back to the farm. We went back to the farm and there is no encouragement. He did not even tell us what to do. He did not even show us a land to farm. They promised bringing fertilizer. Now he promised that farmers will see fertilizer at the end of the year. Will they still send rain during dry season?
As they say, he who wears the shoes knows where it pinches. We have heard from the smallholder farmers what their challenges are. But in listening to the plight of the smallholder farmers in Nigeria, we identify that these farmers are affected differently according to their gender. So we looked at the current statistics of the number of smallholder women farmers, where it is shown that women account for 75% of the farming population in Nigeria. It then becomes necessary to find out how they go about farming activities in Nigeria.
Okay, we have difficult access to farm as women. Sometimes as a woman, if you go to the local government looking for a tractor, they will say you are a woman. They will not give you, but when man come, they will give the man. So we have these challenges in our state.
The peculiarity of the woman farmer is that because we go into hired labor, majorly because we cannot afford the labor ourselves all the time, we find out that the hired labor increase production. So if the government can give us some manual machines that are easily operated, so that it will reduce our labor cost.
Challenges I face as a woman in aspects of a culture is that you know that a woman cannot have land where you plant. If you plant, that means you go and hire a land to plant. But you have to remember that when you plant only crops like rice and the yam, it cannot be enough to feed us. We need to plant something like a palm tree and other trees. And by doing that, that means you have to have a land by yourself. But it is a very big challenge to us now. Not only that, I have a motion to plant more, but because of the issue of land, I planted small. I have a mission to plant 3 hectares of land, but I didn't have enough swamping area to do that because of I cannot be able to do that. They will say that it's man that have land, woman doesn't have right to have a land.
As a woman, before you get access to land, you must have somebody close to you, which is a man, that will stand strong. If the man is not strong too, you cannot have access to that land. Even with your money, you don't have access to land because you are a woman.
I hope someone is listening. Now you know that the one who continually ensures we have food on our table is faced with these numerous difficulties. Some man-made, others act of nature. Why would the cultural belief deprive the one who grows you food to eat and survive on the main component to do so, which is access to land? And on the side of the duty bearers, like the government at all levels, be it the federal, state or local council, why would there not be policies and sincere programs that would target to support these smallholder women farmers, since they form the majority of farming population in Nigeria? Did I hear someone say maybe they do not know that these smallholder farmers exist, or that they have this kind of challenges? So we will make their job easier by opening more on the findings about the plight of the smallholder farmers in Nigeria, who we hear are the majority women. But that will come after this break.
Do you want to start farming but you don't know how to go about it? Here is a great opportunity to learn how to start a farm with only 5,000 naira. Kari Multi-Purpose Cooperative Society, in collaboration with the Center for Environmental Education and Development, SEED, And Farm Organic Nigeria Limited is organizing a 1-week workshop to train you on snail farming, grass cutter farming, rabbit farming, vegetable farming such as growing mint leaves, coriander leaves, scent leaves, ugu leaf, cucumber, cabbages, and lots more. Do you know you can grow all these within your backyard, even with interlock, without any offensive smell to pollute the environment? Register now to learn how to do this for only 1-week farm training organized by Kari Multipurpose Cooperative Society in collaboration with the Center for Environmental Education and Development (CED) and Farm Organic Nigeria Limited to acquire all the skill you need to start your farm. To register, call or send WhatsApp messages to 0701 345 3224 for details. As part of the training package, Kari Multipurpose Cooperative Society also provide access to finance to start off your farm, as well as provide farmland for interested farmers. So, what are you waiting for? To start off your farm, call or send.
The challenges that I face in our area, one is many of the women in our northern area do not farm. It's only a few of us. So if we want to farm, unless we take hiring for the land that we want to farm with it. And after that, by the time we want to go to the farm, there is no vehicle to take us to farm, only trekking. Before you reach there, you'll be tired. Then if you stay a little, then you go and take your own your own activities in the farm, first of all. And the second is, many of our crops want insecticides. So we are in lack of money to buy it. You will see the farm produce will be so little by the time you harvested your own crops. Most of our men, they crop like millet and this guinea corn for food consumption. And we women, we grow groundnuts and beans, not to take for our own consumption, but we want little to be sold in market so that we will have many things to spend it for our children. And that is the case.
Presently, we are using plenty money. In fact, we invest more in farming. That is why some of us, we don't plant much because of the money. So if you invest more money in planting, then you are telling, government is telling you to bring down the price. No, but if government assists us and giving us improved seeds, fertilizer, all those farm implements at the cheaper rate, then we can produce food at a cheaper rate.
The challenges I face is issue of land. When you want to farm more, you don't have money to go and hire that land. It becomes a challenge. And when you want to farm more, at times you have the money to go and get the land and hire. It becomes another issue. Maybe the man are not willing to release that land to you. So that is a big challenge.
Yes, some of the challenges are especially in the fish. I found out that because of exchange rates, the price of the fish feed has gone very high. At the time, I tried to ask for help. When I went to the internet to find out how I can install a fish feed making machine, and because the price was beyond my own scope, I could not afford it. And what I'm looking forward to is a position where when the government come in, they will help me to access soft loan to be able to get this machine installed, so that in producing the feed for my fish, it will make my production rate to be low.
The challenges I face is financial aspect, because if I have more money, I will expand more. But because there's no finance, I do as my power can carry and my finance.
Now, we will not continue to worry over the high cost of food prices in the market, or begin to call on government to regulate the price of food items in the market. It's just simple logic, Can a government who does not partake or subsidize the cost of the farmer's production influence his or her prices? I'm just thinking aloud. If they say farming is business, of course no business person will sell their products for less than the production cost. So, if we want the prices of food to drop in the market, you will agree with me that government needs to give farmers, especially smallholder women farmers, incentives. But maybe it will be more instructive if the demands come from the farmers themselves.
I want government to help the women farmers at least with some of the things like tractors, land. If they can be able to talk to the community or the local governments or the husbands and the communities to help their women to get the land where they will farm their crops.
My state demand to government is that government have to amend such law that guiding that a woman is supposed not to have a land. They have to amend it because they know that they are telling us that we have 2020 we want food to be full in Nigeria. How can it be so? Is it men that are planting the crops? Is it not women? If they really want us to do that, they have to make sure that they remove that law that ban the woman to have access to land so that the woman can do more. You know that women are always ready to plant, always ready to farm, always ready to do everything that they do to make sure that their family, their brother, their sisters, and their relation have something to eat.
I want government to see we farmers now, so that you can be helping us with fertilizer that we make our farms. It's not only the yam. If government don't give us fertilizer now, we give us money to buy and pay people who can farm for us. Because as women, not all women that can farm themselves. Even if some are farming, as a big farm, they cannot do it alone. So if government help us, we will do it better.
The government should help us. Maybe they will talk to those that are producing it to really lower down their money. And on the farm, we need fertilizer. They should help us to produce fertilizer and other seedlings so that we can add more, especially myself. Instead of farming only on maize, I can do other farming like cassava and other things.
Government want to see that there is good food security in Nigeria. They have to make provision of loan to farmers. They have to make provision of good seedlings to farmer to meet the climate change, because we are using our own modern days seedling. We don't have the money to go for the improved one, we use the old one. And when we use the old one, we don't get the food in the quantity that we're supposed to get. So we are appealing, if the government will do that, that will help the food security in Nigeria, so that we produce more and it will be available for everybody to eat.
We want the government to come to our aid to assist us financially and also fertilizer, because you know that women are the mother of everything. We can manage resources, we can manage everything as we used to manage children or manage the home entirely.
Now we know. I'm sure it now beholds on every one of us to support the demand for the smallholder farmers as they continue to produce food to feed the nation. But if you want to contribute to the food production in Nigeria, but you don't know how to go about it, here is the opportunity to start.
Do you want to start farming but you don't know how to go about it? Here is a great opportunity to learn how to start a farm with only 5,000 naira. Kari Multi-Purpose Cooperative Society, in collaboration with the Center for Environmental Education and Development, SEED, and Farm Organic Nigeria Limited is organizing a one-week workshop to train you on snail farming, grass cutter farming, rabbit farming, vegetable farming such as growing mint leaves, coriander leaves, scent leaves, ugu leaf, cucumber, cabbages, and lots more. Do you know you can grow all these within your backyard, even with interlock, without any offensive smell to pollute the environment? Register now to learn how to do this for only 1 week farm training organized by Kari Multi-Purpose Cooperative Society in collaboration with the Center for Environmental Education and Development, SEED, and Farm Organic Nigeria Limited to acquire all the skill you need to start your farm. To register, call or send WhatsApp messages to 0701 345 3224 for details. As part of the training package, Kari Multipurpose Cooperative Society also provide access to finance to start off your farm, as well as provide farmland for interested farmers. So, what are you waiting for? To start off your farm, call or send.
You're still watching Farmers Diary. If you just joined us, today we looked at the plight of the smallholder farmers who we hear contribute 98% of the food we eat in Nigeria. You have indeed missed a lot on the program, but you can watch the entire package again online as you log on www.ztonline.com and subscribe to watch our YouTube channel, ZTTV. Well, the World Food Day is fast approaching. It is a day set aside by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations to promote worldwide awareness and action for those who suffer from hunger and for the need to ensure food security and nutrition diets for all. It comes up 16th of October every year. This year's theme is Change the Future of Migration, Invest in Food Security and Rural Development. A lot of activities are lined up for the day. Let us hear from the National Coordinator of the National Committee on Family Farming in Nigeria, Raymond Enoch, as he hints us on some expectations of the day.
World Food Day in each country, this day is also commemorated to raise discussions on policy that affects agriculture, food and nutrition security. As an organization that is also intended to raise awareness on issues that are related to agriculture, food and nutrition security at the country level, we plan this year to join forces with to work with organizations, farmer groups, producer organizations, fisheries and pastoralists at the country level to really link up with the team which is going to talk about issues related to food security. But first of all, we need to hold a discussion table, a sort of invite policy makers to really discuss with them, and then we also need to use the media to raise awareness, and then we also do a roadwork to ensure that policy makers know the issues of family farming with the view of taking decisions that affects the network.
A lot of international collaborations here ongoing to tackle the issue of food security around the globe. Would you just sit back and continue to watch? Would you like to join the moving trend? Again, Raymond Enoch will inform us about the global convergence on land, water and seed rights West Africa caravan that will pass across Nigeria cities sometimes in January. How it will affect food security in Nigeria and the West African region.
First of all, caravan, as the name implies, is a movement of people, individuals and organizations across West African cities and countries to raise awareness on the use or utilization of our natural resources with the view of ensuring that those common heritage that we inherited on land, water and seed are protected and used by the common good of the society. As the name implies, convergence is a coming together of organizations across 16 countries of West Africa. Now, in fact, it's a global movement. Basically, that is what this convergence seeks to promote. And we feel if it is not done this way, food security, as you all know, will definitely be affected, because right now as I'm talking to you, it is the smallholder farmer that has about 80% of the total food production that you see in the market. From January 18th to sometimes 24th of January, which is about 16 days, the caravan has been divided into 16 West African countries have been divided into 3. Another one will start from Ghana down to Benin and then ending in Togo, and another one will start from Nigeria, especially from Abuja to Benin City, down to Lagos, Benin Republic, and ending in Togo. And then another point will start also from Burkina Faso through Mali, connecting Burkina Faso and Niger through Mali and Senegal down to Togo. So this is the way it is going to be done, and we expect the Nigerian Convergence or platform will connect with other platforms across West Africa to raise awareness at the level of ECOWAS sub-region to ensure that agricultural policies, agricultural investment, and agricultural production that goes on really tallies in line with the aspirations and wishes of the smallholder farmer down the line at the community level.
Well, that's the much we will take on Farmers Diary today. A lot of information shared about farming and food security. To make a difference, you must take action now. Remember to join us again same time next week for another enlightening edition. I'm yours sincerely, Iwe Sekunde, saying bye for now. Don't mind the rains. It's part of the farming activity.